Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the GBN television news for Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. Coming up in the news tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell draws the battle line, Mitchell versus Mitchell, as he delivered piercing jabs at his new political opponent during budget debate. Police subdue armed man they say is mentally challenged. Vaccination causes census delay after enumerators withdraw applications after being informed that vaccination is a must. Coming up in regional news, Minister Fernandez calls for Antigua and Barbuda to transition to a republic and Greece to fine people aged 60 and over who refuse COVID-19 vaccine. Coming up in sports, recently elected president of the Grenada Olympic Committee, Charlie George, tenders his resignation with immediate effect after less than 3 months in the position. We'll bring you the details of these and other stories right after this.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Thanks for joining us. With the details, I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh. Top story tonight, the Mitchell versus Mitchell election battle has seemingly begun in earnest and has already taken on a different front. This as Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell took hidden jabs at political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, during the budget debate on Wednesday. Gerard Joseph has this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has seemingly accused Deacon Mitchell of not understanding or realizing the consequences his legal representation has had in exacerbating social and other issues within the country. No name calling, however, using strong connotations, the Prime Minister hinted to the NDC political leaders' involvement in the repurchase of Grenlex shares by government from WRB.
And even when the government has to pay 60-something $5+ million for WRB, we must pass it through you. And you know the fees related to that, Mr. Speaker. You know the amount of money. We should give back this money to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. You should take fees from the suffering of the people of this land.
Dr. Mitchell was defending the extra salaries for frontline and public workers, which the finance minister announced in the budget presentation, and termed tokenism.
You know, Mr. Speaker, this so-called pocket change and tokenism is saving a lot of hungry mouths outside there who needs our support.
The Prime Minister insinuated to NDC's leader belonging to the Ivy League, which makes him incapable of truly understanding the plights of the people.
This government is not about benefiting the few, about keeping up appearances, nice media sessions, and talking nice. Nice English boy, yes. That's know about that, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister Mitchell also intimately berated Deacon Mitchell on his lack of knowledge on the breakdown of Grenlex fees while dubbing the National Democratic Congress as a pandemic.
We had no pandemic. The only pandemic was the NDC itself.
He alluded that the attorney at law in his representation of WRB fought against government's initiative via the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission to reduce the non-fuel charge.
The same lawyer, the tokenism lawyer, Mr. Speaker, he went to court and fought against the people of this country, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of WRB to keep the non-fuel charge as it is. Quite astounding. You live here, man. You see the pain and the sufferings of the ordinary folks. Have a conscience.
The Prime Minister had this message for the electorate: vote for someone who has a history of love for the people.
If they have 44 years plus, and you have never heard about them, never intervened in a crisis and a pandemic, you're never there to offer a little piece of bread, Mr. Speaker. All of a sudden, you love people because you want a title.
GBN reached out to Deacon Mitchell through the Public Relations Officer for the NDC, Orlando Romain, and was told that all these issues will be addressed in the party's press conference scheduled for Thursday. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mitchell has likened the statement of Leader of the Opposition, Tobias Clement, to waive VAT on other items as one made by an individual without responsibility. Taking credit for the reintroduction of Mr. Clement into politics, Dr. Mitchell shunned the behavior of the opposition leader in Parliament. The Prime Minister also seemingly cautioned the Leader of the Opposition of his limited days in office. Here's Gerard Joseph once again.
Understanding the economic and financial side of government is key, says Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, while hinting at the possibilities of a snap general election. Dr. Mitchell says the country must generate revenue in order to pay the monthly wage bill, plus salary increases, as in the case of what was fought for by the public sector unions. While reminiscing on the events surrounding the industrial action taken during the year, the Prime Minister notes that government cannot waive VAT randomly.
The same people turn around and condemn the government. And the Leader of the Opposition would love this because clearly for the little time I think he has left in that position. Because you don't know when I ring the bell. I have a bell right in my pocket. You never know. I heard you said change is coming. Change is really coming, Leader of the Opposition.
Prime Minister Mitchell adopting the title of Grandpa, similarly dubbed Tobias Clement as one of his delinquent students.
Speaker, not all my students have behaved themselves accordingly. Not all. And I show you as a former teacher, you're proud of most, but not proud of all. And that's life, Mr. Speaker.
Clement resigned from the New National Party in November 2019, citing a misunderstanding between himself and the party as it relates to constituency-related matters. In his contribution to the 2020 budget, he noted that the status quo must change.
Martin Luther King says to the member for St. George Northwest, you would not remember the words of your enemies. No, you would not remember that. You wouldn't remember my words, you know. You know what you would remember? You would remember the silence of your friends. That when it's time for you guys to speak, you did not speak. That is what Martin Luther King said. This is why we were elected in this house, you know.
Grenada's general election is constitutionally due in 2023. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
A plan has been submitted before Cabinet for the upgrading of the Ministry of Labour. Labour Minister Peter David, while making his contribution to the budget discussion on Tuesday, says the plan has been already approved in principle as the ministry fine-tunes the details with the Department of Public Administration. Once finalized, some of the disputes to be resolved will no longer be in the hands of the minister.
It speaks to staffing. It speaks to strengthening tripartism. It speaks to improving the trade dispute resolution, because one of the issues we have is a mechanism that takes it out of the hands of the minister to resolve some of these disputes, because it is a difficult proposition. So we are going to make a proposal. It may not go as far as Trinidad has with respect to an industrial court, but certainly we need to find a way to upgrade that service so that grievance handling becomes much more effective. It is one that we've received complaints on and one that we made a proposal to the government to resolve.
The Labour Minister says they are seeking to reinvigorate the Labour Advisory Board, which is critical to addressing labour issues between employer and employees' relations and industrial disputes.
We are completing the Employment and Labour Relations Acts, that is the review and update of the Employment and Labour Relations Acts. We are also working on the proposal, a draft Occupational Health and Safety Act, that is also in the works, and more focus on improving relations between employers and the trade unions.
In other news, trade unionists or industry leaders are sitting up and taking notes. They have embraced a slew of relief measures announced in the 2022 budget, which are targeted at public servants and consumers. They are also pondering the possibility that the government's move is one on a political chessboard that recently added a new player. Cherian Blackman-Stephen reports.
For months on end, workers marched in the streets, clamoring for a 4% increase in salaries, which was agreed to, but which the government insisted that it was unable to pay because of a narrow fiscal space made tighter by COVID-19. Early in the game, the administration refused to provide timelines for the payment, saying it did not want to commit to a date and then failed to pay because of an inability to do so. Teachers were among the most militant. And with the advent of a new school year looming, the government relented and announced that it would be making the payments in August. Pots, pans, horns, fireworks. Some of the instruments used to ring in praises in honor of frontline workers who bore the brunt of the COVID-19 onslaught. Trade unionists then argued, if the government so appreciated their work, then don't just pay lip service. Show that it cares by regularizing those on contracts and granting them proper wages so that they don't leave Grenada for more lucrative jobs overseas.
As we sit here to extend the state of emergencies, as we sit here and we give praises to them, to the walls of Parliament, they are not seeing these recognitions in their paycheck and in their working conditions. One of the better ways of recognizing the contribution is to ensure that they all receive, those who are not permanent be made permanent, because it impacts the delivery.
It was apparent to some that the government was paying the trade unionists no mind until now. Well, until last Friday's budget was presented.
To announce that all frontline public sector workers, defined as all officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force, along with medical personnel and ancillary workers in the Ministry of Health, who physically performed and continue to perform, and by virtue of their duties were exposed to the risk of COVID-19, will receive an additional month's pay during the month of December.
President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, thinks the government has finally started to listen.
I think there are a number of reasons that the government had what we call a generous budget. I spoke to the absolute need that they must have done it. I think the hyperactivity of the trade unions in this period contributed to it. Also the workers speaking out, because government had a lot of consultations with workers, health sector workers, police officers, and they spoke to the suffering, the economic suffering and other things. So I think that contributed.
But how much of the listening and response has been brought about by recent developments on the political landscape?
But certainly, the political landscape, how it has transformed in recent times, have provided, I think, some sort of motivation for the incumbent government. In that, in any field, competition is necessary. We see what the president of Digicel did with cable and wireless, what it did for the consumer. consumers. The same is said with politics and with our citizens. When there is balance in the political playing field in our democracy, our citizens benefit. So I think the emergence of new leadership within the National Democratic Congress has sort of piqued the interest of the incumbent government and put them on their toes because they may have been a bit lackadaisical.
Economist Michael Motley assessed the 2022 budget during GBN's Beyond the Headlines program Monday night. He says the timing of moves taken by politicians will always be questioned, and whereas governments need to respond, political parties also need to think about winning elections.
So the challenge is always going to be striking the balance between a level of fairness as well as being able to manage and govern in such a way, but at the same time, a politician really needs to get reelected. So that is always going to be a part of the equation.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This is GBN Primetime edition of news. Coming up, police subdue armed man they say is mentally challenged. That story after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. Register now to get the Grenlec app release date and enter to win $100 credit towards your bill. Terms and conditions apply.
Short on cash and need cash now? Then Quartz Ready Cash interest-free payday loan is here for you. Get up to $500 in cash today. Come in today for our hassle-free service, no interest, quick approval, and easy payment terms. Get the cash you need when you need it with a Quartz Ready Cash payday loan today. Visit our nearest branch for your interest-free payday loan now. Quartz Ready Cash, ready when you are.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
Super Sunday! Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday in Grenada. Wow! And this year, it's gonna be online with a whopping $20,000 US. Yes, you heard right. $20,000 US to be won. Just get a ticket for only $20 and you stand a chance to win. Get your tickets now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday. Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo and win cash this Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
It's the season to give, and Granlec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from Granlec this holiday.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Of your Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. Find fantastic deals on Saturday, December 4th at Republic House Car Park on Morris Bishop Highway from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 100% financing for new vehicles, same day approval. You can drive away with a brand new ride. Light up this Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. For more information, visit us online at republicgrenada.com.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. Police say they were left with no choice but to use force to subdue an alleged mentally challenged man. Chrislina John has the details in this report.
Police have had to use force to avoid what might have become a bigger tragedy on Tuesday. According to information reaching GBN's news desk, a young man from the village of Vendome St. George was seen brandishing a cutlass through the village, terrifying residents. According to a source, sometime Tuesday afternoon, the man attempted to inflict a wound on an individual. Police were called in and had to resort to using force to disarm him.
The police was called and responded and used the necessary force to be able to bring the situation under control. And when you have, if somebody, for instance, is mentally challenged, it's important that you have to take control of the situation very quickly. It is one of those situations where you have to initiate quick action. Notwithstanding, you have to be guided by the law and, of course, the use of force policy in terms of the continuum of force. Yes, we have, he had a weapon in his possession.
Okay. That was ASP Trevor Rodney, head of the Community Relations Department. The alleged mentally ill man was taken to the General Hospital for medical attention and later a psychological evaluation. ASP Rodney explained what the law states in cases like these in accordance to Police Act Chapter 244, Volume 6 of the Continuous Revised Law of Grenada.
It shall be the duty of the force to take lawful measures for A, preserving the public peace, B, preventing and detecting crimes and other infractions of the law, and C, apprehending and causing to be apprehended persons who shall have committed or shall be charged with or suspected of having committed or having abetted the commission of or being about to commit any crime or offense. So that is established in law that the police has responsibility for law enforcement in terms of protecting the rights of its citizens against any infraction of the law.
Additionally, the RGPF is not treating lightly the use of threatening language. Citizens are hereby reminded that according to Section 133 of the Criminal Code, it is an offense to make use of any threatening language. The officer warns citizens to be responsible with their conduct and language and respect each other's freedom. For those who feel they are violated, the ASP is advising them to avoid taking matters into their own hands. Instead, make a formal complaint to the police.
Threatening language, it may just look as just mere words, but it results, and we have had evidence where it resulted in injuries being actually inflicted after people have been threatened. And it's important that persons realize that it is an offense under the law, where you can be arrested and of course, brought to court, and certain measures you can feel the effects of certain measures as it relates to both fine, confinement, and both fine and confinement.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Finance Minister Gregory Bowen says they are seeking an extension to the state of the country's population and housing census. He said they called for applications for enumerators to work for a period of 3 to 6 months, and the response was overwhelming. He said a meeting was held with the Ministry of Health to determine the risk factor due to COVID-19 and was told the risk is significant, suggesting that all those selected must be vaccinated for the COVID virus. Minister Bowen said that result thereafter was surprising.
We called for people to come in to work for a period of time, maybe 3 months up to 6 months. A lot of applications. We met with the Ministry of Health during this COVID time, and we asked, what is the risk of our workers going out there, unknowing to them, contracting the virus, and then going to every home? And then they say that risk is significant. Health says you must ensure that the people going out to do the census are vaccinated. So, Speaker, the number fell from 340 to under 180.
The minister says they are now exploring options on how they can move the census to a later date.
So we'll be meeting with the management staff in the Ministry of Finance to see whether or not, and the Ministry of Health, whether or not we cannot ask the World Bank, the CDB, and the other persons who are assisting us to do the census, if we can delay it to a time when it is safer. Yes, we are out of the spike. Are we out of the woods? We want to be sure when people come and knock on your door from the Ministry of Finance, we don't want you staying out there with a spoon and telling them an answer way on the outside. That can't work.
In other news, government in partnership with St. George's University and other governments organization on Tuesday awarded 77 students with scholarships to pursue further education both locally and abroad. Chrislina John has this story.
77 Grenadians were awarded scholarships to pursue studies locally and internationally. A virtual ceremony was held on Tuesday to present those awards. 35 students were awarded undergraduate scholarships for study in the field of arts and science at St. George's University. There were also 16 SU graduate awards in the field of clinical community psychology, education, international business, multi-sector health management, and public health. Scholarship awarded for study at St. George's University came at an estimated cost of $10,036,795. The People's Republic of China awarded 7 undergraduate scholarships in the areas of fine arts, engineering in the fields of architecture, geometrics, engineering and energy, and power engineering, marketing, psychology and medicine, specifically physical therapy and rehabilitation. 2 awards were also presented for medical specialization in the field of internal medicine. All scholarships for the People's Republic of China are valued at EC $2,067,450.75. His Excellency Ambassador Wei Hongtian said the Chinese government scholarship program will continue to offer 15 full scholarships to Grenadian students in 2022. There were also 12 economic cost bursary awards in the sum of EC $191,977 presented to students pursuing studies at the University of the West Indies in the field of accounting, biochemistry, chemistry, civil with environmental engineering, diagnostic imaging, exercise sports science, literature in English, mathematics, political science, psychology, and sociology. 3 students were awarded undergraduate scholarships valued at EC $689,150.25 to pursue studies in Romania in the areas of economics and international affairs, psychology, and informatics. Additionally, the Organization of American States presented 2 scholarships valued at EC $108,102 in the areas of welding and fabrication and hospitality management. Christelina John, GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
This story begs the question, did the majority of drivers in Grenada obtain their license by unknowingly cheating? Driving instructors in the south of the island have refused to participate in any driving exams going forward after they were asked to remove the markings on their vehicles, which has assisted students and instructors over the years in the STICS exams with no prior notice. GBN brought this story and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to air your views. Ray commented, how about making the unreasonable parking space bigger? How about giving the students the opportunity to stop as many times as they wish to ensure that they position the car properly into the parking space? Which licensed driver would attempt to park in a space so tight that they cannot even exit their vehicle? Grenada is not a real place. Siobhan Alexander said they need to remove the STICS exam period if they want the marks removed, because nobody actually reverses between STICS like that. They are focused on the wrong things. Place 2 panels and ensure students can reverse without hitting the panels despite the amount of straightening they will have to do. Parking properly should be the goal, not this nonsense with STICS. Eva Williams wrote, when I learned to drive, I never used marks. I wasn't aware that marks was used when going for driver's license. Anyhow, that system corrupts too much. Everything nowadays is just out of the blues. People really need to get serious and dismantle a lot of this old colonial rulings here in this country. Too much long talk for years? No. Jacinta said, that's unfair. Give the system and people time to adjust. This impromptu decision is not allowing consideration for all factors involved. And finally, Eric Peters commented, what is the relevance of STICS to everyday driving? Can the examiners go into the STICS themselves? I submit that no right-thinking person will park in such a space, and even if they have to, they will take how many turns they have to, bring them in the tongue, and make them park in various places. That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still to come from us, Saul launches its Christmas promotion, offering cash and prizes to lucky customers. The details next.
Let's get tough on breeder larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, 400 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels, and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report radio larceny, call 300.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Introducing YouTube and TikTok to the Digicel Prime Bundle. Now get 1 GB daily to enjoy more YouTube. Plus 1 GB daily to like more TikTok videos. It's simply more entertainment bundled together. Get a 7-day bundle for $35 in My Digicel. More apps, more data, more fun. Digicel, better together.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our 2 convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. On Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
With Republic Bank, light up your home with
renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured, reduced interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic's spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
Welcome back. Saul has launched its Christmas promotion, which allows many vehicle owners to win up to $5,000 in cash, along with many other prizes. The promotion was launched at David G. Otway service station on Sunday. Ezrina Perry-Thomas with the details.
Fuel the season with Sol is the slogan being used for this year's Christmas promotion. Due to the challenges faced by many of its customers as a spin-off from the COVID-19 pandemic, Sol saw it fitting to continue to execute these initiatives to help and support the community. To enter in the promotion, customers are required to spend a minimum of $40 in Sol Go Further gasoline or diesel at all Sol retail locations. Sales and marketing representative Keisha Charles spoke of the prizes to be won this holiday season.
To enter the promotion, patrons will be required to spend a minimum of $40 and you'll get a chance to win in one of 5 weekly prizes, which includes appliances, Sol gas vouchers, grocery vouchers, hams, turkeys, and fuel vouchers. And at the end, all the entry forms will be gathered for the grand prize draw, which will include $5,000 in cash, $4,000 worth of free fuel, and a staycation for 2 at the Petians Hotel.
The promotion runs for a period of 6 weeks, with over $30,000 in gifts and prizes to be distributed throughout the promotional period.
The promotion will be available at all Sol branded retail locations, which includes our current location here at David G. Otway Service Station, the Grandand Service Station, R&R Service Station, PB McQueen Service Station at Crowshoe, Tivoli Service Center at Tivoli and St. Andrews, Venerable and Son Service Station at Carriacou. The promotional period runs from today, November 26th, to December 31st. So folks, stop on in to any of our Sol branded locations and you have a chance to win some wonderful prizes to add to your Christmas chest.
Representing the dealers of Sol is Mr. David Otway, who said they will continue to ensure that customers are satisfied.
As one of the dealers, and on behalf of all the dealers who represent the Sol brand, first we'd like to wish you a wonderful and prosperous and blessed Christmas. And we understand the challenges we have, so we the dealers have committed ourselves with our staff members to do what is necessary to make this promotion a success.
The Sol Group is a leading petroleum company operating in 22 countries across the Eastern Caribbean. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry-Thomas reporting.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN iSaw lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN iSaw is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Christmas countdown is on. It is now 23 days until Christmas, as Christmas Day for the year 2021 will be observed on Saturday, December 25th. Several establishments around the country have been adorned with lights and other Christmas decorations. Tonight's ISAW submission features a very creative Christmas tree in the Ministry of Education. We thank our ISAW reporter for this creative submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. The weather report and forecast is up next, followed by sports, regional and international news.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion show with that weekend.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion show with that weekend, with gifts of love with dread.
Times are hard, and your vehicle is your investment. Let it work for you. Get a wheel alignment from Premium Auto Services and enjoy greater fuel efficiency, smoother ride, improved steering, reduced repairs, and longer lasting tires. Make that call today, 439-4000, or just visit them on the Calavini Main Road. Don't forget to ask about their 20% special discount and all new tires. Premium Auto Services, your one-star auto repair center.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Please be advised that our office has been relocated to Steele's Commercial Complex, Grandance St. George. We at CGI, Consumers Guarantee Insurance Company Limited, look forward to serving you at our new location. Call us on telephone number 440-0217 or visit our website www.insurecgi.com.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
And now for the public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. The weather will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with a few light showers. Winds will be northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. A marine advisory is in effect. Tides will be low at 7:15 tonight and high at 1 minute past 1 a.m. On Thursday, sunrise will be at 6:31 a.m. and sunset 5:41 p.m. The weather will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy with light nighttime showers. On Friday, sunrise and sunset 6:14 and 5:42 respectively. The weather will be fair to partly cloudy and hazy with a few light showers. Looking ahead to Saturday, sunrise 6:14 a.m., sunset 5:42 p.m. The weather will be fair to partly cloudy with a few light showers. And that's a look at the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Good evening, sporting fans. Here's what's happening in sports. Recently elected president of the Grenada Olympic Committee, Charlie George, tendered his resignation with immediate effect. Mr. George was first vice president of the GOC over the last 4-year term and was elected president at the 2021 AGM and election of officers to the board of directors in September. In his resignation letter dated November 30th, George complains that in the 2.5 months and 8 board of directors meetings since the election, he has been met with hearty opposition, raucous behavior, ill discipline, untruths, and vilification. He accused some officials on the board of directors of acting as if they were in the marketplace or fish house and have exhibited little respect for the presidency. In the letter, the now former president says the board of directors is a fractured unit from which little will be achieved as it now functions. Mr. Charles explained that, and I quote, "Your humble servant has come to the conclusion that some members of the Board of Directors have no interest in furthering the cause of Olympism in our tri-island state, no interest in the improvements in our national associations or athletes, but a yearning for power, recognition, status, representation of the GOC in meetings and fora abroad, trips outside the state." Unquote. First Vice President of the GOC, Chenny Joseph, who was elected to the post in September's AGM, will act as president. Joseph is reportedly out of state representing the Olympic Committee at the inaugural Junior Pan Am Games in Colombia and could not be reached for comment on Wednesday afternoon. The rest of the executive includes Ralph Lord as second vice president, Johnson Dion as treasurer, and Vida Bruno Victor as general secretary. In athletics, Olympic champions Elaine Thompson-Herah of Jamaica and Karsten Warholm of Norway have been named the World Athletes of the Year at the World Athletics Awards 2021, a ceremony held virtually on Wednesday. 25-year-old Warholm received the men's award for smashing the 29-year-old world record in winning Tokyo Olympic gold. His time of 45.94 seconds is widely considered one of the greatest Olympic track performances of all time. Thompson-Herah produced one of the finest sprint seasons in history this year, retaining her Olympic 100-meter and 200-meter titles in Tokyo and adding a third gold medal in the 4x100-meter relay. On top of her Olympic triple, she also clocked world-leading times of 10.54 and 21.53 seconds over 100-meter and 200-meter respectively, moving to second on the world all-time lists and coming within touching distance of the long-standing world records.
Now, once again, our male athlete of the year, Karsten Warholm.
And the winner of the female athlete of the year is Elaine Thompson-Herah.
The quiet broken with the firing of the gun, and they are off. Look at Elaine Thompson-Herah out in front, rolling. The double-double in 21:53. Do not be fooled by the Jamaicans' green and yellow kits. That is green and gold when it comes to the sprints.
She's come here to Japan and done what no other woman on earth has ever achieved in the Olympic Games. That is sporting immortality.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm so pleased.
I am.
Many congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We love history here, and you created history in Tokyo, the double-double. I guess there's no chance that you're going to be remotely thinking about hanging your spikes up for some time.
No, I think I have more. So I'm just using every year to just take it year by year. You know, I went very close to the world record, so you know anything is possible. So no spikes hanging up no time soon.
And you told me you will do the hurdles, right? The 400 hurdles?
And then the 800.
Yeah. Oh, the 800, okay.
I might challenge myself.
That's great.
On Oregon?
Most definitely.
Excited?
I am. It's close to home, you know. I hope friends and family could come out and watch. I hope I get some crowd as well. It was not in Tokyo, but hopefully in Eugene I can get my friends and families to come and cheer me on.
I think you'll get a lot of crowd in Eugene.
I know.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well deserved. And now finally in cricket, on the first full rain-absent day's play of the second test, Sri Lanka and West Indies set up what promises to be the quintessential Gali Classic. West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite top-scored with a patient half-century as he helped the Windies stay ahead of Sri Lanka on an intriguing third day's play. Celebrating his 29th birthday on Wednesday, Brathwaite made 72 as the visitors took a first innings lead of 49. In the final session, the West Indies had two fantastic runouts as they applied pressure on the home team's batsmen. West Indies started the day at 69 for 1 and progressed to 145 for 2 at lunch. They batted well to add 76 runs in the morning session, losing only 1 wicket. Brathwaite was 62 at the interval after making his 23rd test half-century, and he added 10 more after the interval when he was bowled out. But his dismissal with the score at 166 6 for 3 led to a collapse as the score slipped to 208 for 8. The Sri Lanka spinners took all 10 wickets. Mendes with 6 for 70 led a Sri Lankan fight back with a maiden 5-wicket haul, but the Windies still led by 3 runs in the second innings. Going into the final 2 days with rain also expected, the game is poised to go down to the wire. And that's all the sports we have for now. Stay with us. Global developments are up next. Tonight we start in Antigua and Barbuda, where Tourism and Investment Minister Charles Fernandez has made a pitch for the country to take a fresh look at transitioning to a republic. He was speaking with ABS News from Barbados, where he represented the Twin Island state at the ceremonial event, where the fellow Caribbean nation made the move to coincide with its 55th anniversary of independence. Charlene Biza reports.
And I think it's time. We've done quite well on our own. With the Queen as the head, we don't need to continue with that symbolic issue. I think it's time we move to have our own as the head of state. I think it's time we move to swear allegiance to our country and not to a foreign monarch thousands of miles away.
Minister Fernandez explains the role he would prefer for the president under such a republic.
I would prefer to see this symbolic president replacing the governor general. I think that would be more appropriate. I think that at the end of the day, the president should be outside of the political fray.
The tourism minister is of the view the president shouldn't have to go through the rigors of a political campaign. He explains moving away from the foreign monarchy won't change circumstances on the ground immediately, but the symbolism is immensely valuable.
What will happen is we will continue to paddle our own canoe. We'll continue to plot our own path forward. And it's two different things. One is that, look, we need to take full responsibilities for our future, and that is what this is about.
Sherilyn Beezer reporting for ABS News.
Over in St. Lucia, the Criminal Investigations Department is probing a concealment of birth incident after a fetus was found at the Corinth Secondary School on November 29th. The discovery has reignited debate on abortion rights in St. Lucia. Let's get the details in this report.
A pathologist, according to a recent statement from police, will conduct a post-mortem exam on a fetus discovered in the toilet area at the Corinth Secondary School on November 29th. During Monday's lunch break, an ambulance arrived at the school compound. A teenage student was taken to hospital. Now, the Criminal Investigations Department wants to get to the bottom of what police are calling a concealment of birth incident. It has not been determined if the pregnancy was intentionally terminated or the mother of the fetus miscarried. But vocal human rights advocate Felicia Dujon, in an interview with NBC Prime, believes access to abortion clinics should be expanded to give women safer alternatives to ending pregnancies. With the exception of pregnancies induced as a result of rape and incest, the intentional and unlawful termination of a pregnancy is punishable by up to 7 years in prison, according to St. Lucia's criminal code. Felicia Dujon wants lawmakers to reform the island's anti-abortion laws. Meanwhile, the offense of concealment of birth carries a maximum 5-year prison sentence if the fetus is less than 6 months old. The Ministry of Education has declined commenting on the issue. Rihani Isidore, NBC Prime.
And now internationally, Greece will make COVID vaccinations mandatory for people aged 60 and over. Fines of £85 will be imposed at monthly intervals from mid-January on those who refuse, according to the Prime Minister. The money will go toward the Greek health system, which is struggling with a surge in hospital admissions. About 63% of Greece's 11 million population is fully vaccinated, but data show more than 520,000 people over 60 are yet to get the jab.
Health authorities in the Netherlands say the Omicron variant was detected in 2 local cases going back at least 11 days, meaning the mutation causing concern around the globe was already in Europe before the South Africa had alerted the world to its existence. The European Medicines Agency says it will take another 2 weeks before scientists will be able to confirm if existing vaccines are able to deal with the new variant. But the executive director of the EMA says that even if Omicron spreads, the current vaccines will offer protection. The makers of the world's first approved COVID vaccine, Germany's BioNTech, says the work on a vaccine tailored to the new variant is already underway. The UK has now identified at least 14 Omicron cases. 9 are in Scotland. Face masks are now mandatory on public transport and in shops in England. New travel restrictions will require all international visitors to get a PCR test within 2 days of arriving. Non-vaccinated people will have to quarantine for 10 days regardless of a negative test. Prime Minister Boris Johnson says the best protection is to get boosted.
We're going to be throwing everything at it in order to ensure that everyone eligible is offered that booster in, as I say, just over 2 months. All of our sites will increase their capacity and will stand up extra hospital hubs on top of those already active. There'll be temporary vaccination centres popping up like Christmas trees, and we'll deploy at least 400 military personnel to assist the efforts of our NHS, alongside, of course, the fantastic Jabs Army of volunteers.
And that's it for regional and international news. A recap of the headlines is up next. And now let's look back at what made news tonight. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell draws the battle line. Mitchell versus Mitchell, as he delivered piercing jabs at his new political opponent during budget debate, while warning the opposition leader of his limited days. Police subdue armed man they say is mentally challenged. Vaccination cause census delay after enumerators withdraw applications after being informed that vaccination is a must. Saw launched its Christmas promotion offering cash and prizes to lucky customers. In regional news, Minister Fernandez calls for Antigua and Barbuda to transition to a republic. And in international developments, Greece to fine people aged 60 and over who refuse COVID-19 vaccine. In sports, recently elected president of the Grenada Olympic Committee, Charlie George, tenders his resignation with immediate effect after less than 3 months at the post. That's the end of GBN Evening News for Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh. On behalf of the entire GBN News team, have yourselves a good night.